Like I said, my content is not for everybody, and that's okay. It's not a crime to be yourself, and I say that respectfully. But it's real sad and disturbing at the end of the day. Someone got to do spell work in a toxic way just to get your energy, let alone they got to play you close. It's like you watch a thought process, let alone your freedom. At the end of the day, they have malicious intentions, asking God for forgiveness. At the end of the day, only to realize now they paying attention on their knees, asking God, please favor me today. It's kind of funny how the devil works in mysterious ways. That return back to center, you dish your own fair share, your own karma, only to realize you want to play victim, asking your honor. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that day. But can you please be lenient on my time? I say that respectfully. Now you're mentally unstable at the end of the day. It's kind of funny how you dish out that karma. Now you want to play victim to hide your hands. You're doing spell work in a toxic way, bothering innocent people, only to realize at the end of the day, you had to do all this to get someone's time and day, to get their attention, only to realize you was playing with the right one, the real one at the end of the day, who don't play about their peace. Because God don't play about the chosen one. God don't play about the chosen one. God don't play about the chosen one. You gonna reap what you sow, and I say that respectfully. It's kind of funny how the devil works in mysterious ways, only to realize at the end of the day, you should have just stayed in your lane. Someone was minding their business, trying to elevate. At the end of the day, they understood their trauma and their pain. At the end of the day, you don't understand how someone understood their faith that day to become their best self vision of themselves, to elevate. You couldn't be part of their lane. Misery loves company. The innocent person wasn't entertaining you that day, only to realize you had to antagonize someone, character only to fall short at the end of the day. Third party conversation wasn't adding nothing to find out you was the issue this whole entire time. Playing with spell work, it's the thought process for me. You the type of people like to hide your hands when you play with spell work in a toxic way. At the end of the day, don't matter how much money you got at the end of the day, how you preying on someone's innocent. It'd be the thought process for me. Leave innocent people alone. You wouldn't be a mentally, mentally unstable. Wait, does that make sense? Am I saying it right? Hold on. It's the thought process for me, though. You see how you sneak this your neighbor at the end of the day, only to realize, wow, you fell short when it came to your train of thought. Only to realize, dang, I shouldn't have bothered that one right there at the end of the day. You trying to steal someone's anointings at the end of the day, only to realize it was a failed mission at the end of the day. Only to realize you asking for forgiveness on your knees. Everybody didn't see what you was doing behind closed doors, but the child of God, that chosen one, at the end of the day, God don't play about. At the end of the day, you out here doing witchcraft, voodoo, and all this dysfunctional behavior in the kitchen, trying to whip something up. They're trying to make someone mentally unstable, only to realize you just made yourself unstable. Now you writing a suicide thought to yourself at the end of the day, saying, I apologize, Heavenly Father God, can you forgive me? It's a thought process, and we are all not the same, and we definitely don't pray to the same person. I say that respectfully. I pray to the good God, the one that's going to cover me and protect me and show me at the end of the day there's better days ahead. Never lose yourself because someone didn't have good intentions. When God is truly favoring you, protecting you from your enemy. It's a thought process for me. We are all not the same when we deal with trauma and pain. Just because you have mommy and daddy issues, everybody don't show up the same. I ain't gotta kick my neighbor down good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day to project trauma and pain at the end of the day, to shortchange myself. If I'm trying to better myself, why would I want to kick my neighbor down? I'm trying to uplift my neighbor. At the end of the day, we are all not the same. That's the problem with people today. They just a book boss cover only to realize they fell short when it came to third-party conversation. That's the issue with people these days. Listening to he say, she say, only to realize, dang, I shouldn't have bothered that person that day. It's a thought process to me. We are all not the same. Judging a book boss cover when someone's minding their business. Judging a book boss cover when someone's minding their business. Dang, I said what I said. Respectfully, it's a thought process to me. How people out here really projecting spell work on an innocent person to stop their vision, or to stop their mental state from becoming their best self vision of themselves. Trying to be dysfunctional now, that wasn't part of God's plan. That's what you project on me that day, only to realize you fell short. Only to realize at the end of the day, that one-sided conversation you was having with yourself, you dished your own fair share, your own karma. You was the issue with your own drama and pain at the end of the day. We are all not the same. Trying to kick our neighbor down with your malicious intentions. When a child of God and a chosen one at the end of the day, we ain't got to move that way when playing with spellwork at the end of the day, but we saw your true intentions at the end of the day. How you thought you was putting that work in to stop somebody's flow, becoming their best self-vision of themselves when they was in their own lane, minding their business, something that you couldn't get in tune with was knowing your worth, to stay in your lane. Secret competition wasn't adding up at the end of the day. Do you not know who you playing with at the end of the day? That's a chosen one. The real one ain't got to fake gas like nobody at the end of the day. Oh, I get it. You judge the book by its cover because someone's sexual orientation, their disability, their culture, their religion. At the end of the day, only falls short. Dang, why you keep doing that to yourself? The spell work was probably working on innocent people that you was probably bothering, but when you came across the right one at the end of the day, yeah, that return back to sender actually works. The innocent person, the chosen one at the end of the day, ain't gotta play with spell work in a toxic way. Especially when they truly favored by God. And God is guiding in better days ahead. Something that you couldn't get in tune with was knowing your worth. It's the thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone. Misery loves company. Have it turn back to center. Have it turn back to sender. You ain't understand. It was a caution sign at the end of the day with God's protection for every direction. Now you're mentally unstable. Only to realize at the end of the day, you only played in your own face. Now you want to play victim. It's a thought process to me. We are all not the same, and I say that respectfully. When the chosen one is moving on God's timing, we ain't got to kick our neighbor down. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, let alone play with spoke in a toxic way. We ain't trying to reap what we sow at the end of the day when it come to karma, because it's real at the end of the day. We only on God's timing, trying to do God's mission at the end of the day to elevate, to become our best self-vision of ourselves. Something that you couldn't get in tune with was knowing your worth. It really be the thought process to me. How people be projecting their trauma, their pain. They see when somebody trying to mind their business to elevate at the end of the day. They trying to kick them down regardless of how much money you got at the end of the day. That stuff don't mean nothing. Because we are all not the same. Because God's always going to be a provider at the end of the day, especially when you're doing right by God. Like I said, my content is not for everybody, but it's a thought process for me. You could judge me, you could disrespect me at the end of the day. You could throw in my face at the end of the day what you did, what you didn't do. Hiding your hands to play victim, that's your issue. When I was just minding my business at the end of the day, I knew how to respect my neighbor, but you made it a crime within a crime. When you shortchange yourself only to realize you need to rewind time. It's a thought process to me. We are all not the same. You know, loving yourself is not a crime. Never get discouraged because you're different. Never get discouraged because you mind your business. Never get discouraged because of the fact that you know how to respect yourself, to respect your neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. I never knew it was a crime to say respect neighbor at the end of the day. I respect your craft. I respect the fact that you know how to show up for yourself. And I ain't got malicious intentions. I ain't trying to sneak this you at the end of the day. Something that you're not used to. Somebody respecting you up close in person without wearing a mask to gaslight you. That's the problem with people today. At the end of the day, dang, we are all not the same. But we saw what you was doing behind closed doors at the end of the day. It's because God works in mysterious ways. It's a thought process for me. When God was truly covering that child of God, that chosen one at the end of the day, the one who ain't had to play with spell work. God works in mysterious ways, and I say that respectfully. I gotta go. I gotta go. You know, it's not a crime to love yourself. Because you have confidence within yourself and someone doesn't understand it, quit to judge a book by its cover because at the end of the day, you understood trauma and pain and you wasn't allowing that to be an issue or an excuse at the end of the day for you to show up for yourself. You was trying to better yourself in your own lane, but you was trying to show your neighbor at the end of the day we can uplift each other within the process, not kick each other down. That's the problem with people today. The ones who hide their hands and play victim. But God saw what you was doing behind closed doors, and I say that respectfully. You was the issue with your drama at the end of the day. Secret competition, it wasn't adding up. Because it was never competition at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Healing trauma and pain, that's the problem with people today. It's a thought process to me. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And you deserve to be treated with respect. 365 days with no malicious intentions of being harm towards yourself or others around you. Protect your energy because not everybody deserves your time in your day. And I say that respectfully. Never allow hate in disguise or personal misintentions. So I get your thought process, you in your pockets, your eyes, because you're mad and you're worthy. So it's a thought process to me. Loving yourself is not a crime. Never get discouraged because someone doesn't see your worth. Or they try to discourage you with spell work at the end of the day, only to realize they want to play victim. Only to realize God showed you who your worst enemy was when you least expected. And misery loves company, and you wasn't entertaining it. That was the issue. They was having one-sided conversation with themselves. Return back to sender. I hope you find peace in your own lane one day, neighbor. It's a thought process to me. Be careful when judging a book by its cover. I actually appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Have a good day. Night, and respect.